Welcome back, Chris here, continuing my Final Fantasy VII New Threat 2.0 run. And in the last run, we got Cloud all put back together. We went through the whole live stream event. It's still a good event. I definitely think it's well worth. I hope that in the remake they do a really good job on that. So, since then, I've done a little bit of grinding. Levels are pretty high. I have my gold chocobo here. I have a black one. I have a blue one, a green one, and another wonderful. So this is the gold one. You can go across oceans. You can do the whole 9 yards. But now we're continuing on with the game, and we are at Junon. So here we have to go get the other Huge Materia, and let's just see if there's any new dialogue. So I asked Priscilla's grandfather about opening a flower stall here. He didn't seem too keen. Next time you should come with me. There's no way he can resist a two-pronged charm offensive. I don't know. What if his heart gives out? Oh, you crazy chicks. What does Tifa say? We had a close shave up there. I wonder how many other towns Weapon has attacked out there. Okay. So, I've been wondering. I'm worried you're about to say something awful. Don't be such a pessimist. I was going to ask you about what you like to eat. Oh, well, that doesn't sound too... Do you eat dog food? How do you get the cans open with those paws of yours? Ugh. She is funny. Of course, once Shinra is defeated, the city above will need to go. It can't run without its reactor. But this creates other difficulties. Population displacement will be a serious problem if not properly... Boring. How about you displace yourself and stop talking to me about it? Oh, God. They really did a good job with Yuffie's dialogue. Weapon could have killed everyone down here. Hate to say it, but that big-ass cannon the Shinra built came in handy. Alright, so the only ones we haven't talked to yet are Sid and Vincent. And I don't see them in here. I doubt the shopkeepers here have anything new. Let's quickly check, though. So, same old, same old. Get a couple more tents. But I don't think the town is really going to have anything new. Now, I don't think we have to jump up with the dolphin anymore. We can probably just take the elevator now. Fort Condor is officially done. Yeah, there's nothing here. So the only ones we haven't found yet are Vincent and Sid. So where can they be hiding? Nothing there. Go around the guy. Okay, never mind. You can't even go in there. How about up here? So... Who are you? Cloud! Stupid jerk, look how much you made me worry. Were you really in the live stream? Yeah, that's right. You've got to be more careful, because you're gonna marry me one day. Okay. Oh, there's a materia up here. No, get the materia. Slow. Okay, that's, It's not really a new one, that just looks like it's, just like time, except with a lot less that it can do. Okay, what does this guy have to say? I remember years ago when Shinra first built that underwater reactor. It was originally a geothermal plant. Now it extracts Mako, but at the time it was a big step for the company. Junon wasn't as big then. The city grew a lot during the war with Wutai. Okay, so... I ain't cheap. To bribe me, it's going to take 3 gil. Okay. I think we can swing 3 gil. So it's getting to that time when we're looking at the Crisis Core remake coming out. Looking forward to that. And... okay, it looks like the animation for there is kind of screwy. Okay. Yeah, it's not just me. I think everybody that was watching saw that. The Shinra is collecting huge materia at the Junon underwater reactor. It's all coming to this airport. We're flying it out with Gelneka. You should probably skedaddle. I don't want to be getting in the way. Oh, me? I'm going to be watching from here so that I don't get in their way either. Okay, so this is the airport. Let's see. Is there anything out here we have to do? After they get it out, they'll take it to the airport and fly it over to Rocket Town using the Galneca. They finally started preparing the Huge Materia from Junon's underwater reactor for transport. So that's where we're going, that's where we're going to take. And that's the Galneca. Looks pretty cool. It's no high wind though. High wind is awesome. Okay. I doubt there's anything in here, anything in the lockers. Nope. So while I was doing all the grinding, I did go back to Nibelheim, and I did the piano theme in Tifa's room, and you don't get anything really special. All you get is just her life savings, 10,000 gil. So we did at least get that, but there's no more Final Haven there. Huh, something's missing. Maybe it's just me, but doesn't it feel like something's missing? Like a giant cannon. Come on in. I doubt the shops here really have anything upgraded. Welcome. I just can't believe it. I've never thought a monster-like weapon really existed. And yep, you have the same stuff, so we don't need any of that. Alright, so I guess there's not really much point in checking every little shop this time around, since it doesn't seem like they've upgraded anything. Is this a shortcut? Okay, it is a shortcut. Oh no, this just takes us here. Never mind. So, we're just going to run to the underwater reactor, which is... Actually, the shortcut wouldn't have saved anything, because it's through here that the elevator to the underwater reactor is. So all it would have done if it was a shortcut is just take us around. Alright, let's see how hard you've trained. Okay, we're gonna destroy you. Oh, crap. Shoot. Never mind. Well, we have pretty good dodge, so as long as I can get a heal off, our guy should be good. Yep. We'll start with Cure. And the next potion on Tifa. Okay. Yeah, I didn't realize that my health was so low. That hurts. Alright, they're back up to full health now. And this is Vincent's level 3 limit break. So we're good. Although the splatter combo I don't think is... Actually, it's doing more damage than I did see it before. So he does 6 hits. Pretty powerful. And then his other ability is Nightmare. So with that, I think, inflicts a bunch of status effects. So there it is, Nightmare. So Frog, Confuse, and Sleep. And Mini too, so this guy's toast. Alright, there we go. Yeah, very nice. Well, they were worth a lot of experience, so I think the grinding part is basically done. But we're almost at max level anyway. Damn it, but we're not done yet. We can still turn this about. Attention, charge! Wrong way! Hey, that's not the right way. Come back. Okay. So that takes care of that little fight. Okay. So the reactor is it this one? Okay, looks like that set off an alarm or something. Huh. That was kind of different. But down we go. How about it? Whoever stays alive gets to take her out. Alright, you're on. But what if both of us... Whoa, don't even talk about that. So we got some more people to take out here. Let's start with a little... Fyra. Actually, we probably won't even need more than that. These guys they don't have as much health as the last group that we fought. Easy peasy. I don't even think I needed to use the fire spell at all. Okay, so Restore leveled up and was born, so I could put another one in there, but I think we have enough Restores and Master now. Cool. Great. There went 2 perfectly good men. Well, they weren't that tough. They only took 2 hits to take them both out. Okay, back to work. Back to work. Yawn. I'm sleepy. For Junon. So, this is where they're going to throw everything they have at us. And I think that we don't really have much issue. So Cloud's setup here is I have Sneak Attack and Death Blow. And Sneak Attack and Added Cut. So sometimes if I use Death, like when I start the battle and I use Death Blow, it also has a chance to do an added Death Blow as well. But we didn't see it there. Alright, nothing from this area. So the dog was blocking a door. I don't know if there's anything that we come back for later in there, but we'll see. Alright, so just a few runs down. Let's do a quick save. Whoops. There we go. Now a quick save. So I also used the level 3 for all the SP that you can get. So on top of being over leveled, we're pretty much overpowered as well. So we're nearing the end of this game. Well, somewhat. So you get this part, and then the next part takes you to space, and then after that I think there's a weapon attack, and then it's to the northern crater. So we're getting there. I know with New Threat it's really difficult to find a lot of the secrets. There doesn't seem to be a good guide, so a lot of what I've been doing in this game is kind of off camera. And in this area you can morph the ghost ship and turn it into a guidebook, which you need for something. Actually, looks like this is different. The scorpion is here. So let's see what we have to do here. I think we have a sense, so I'll be able to use that. So, I imagine he's weak against thunder. Let's use sense on the AXTM Scorpion, and probably the enemy skill Trine. Okay. So I doubt that this guy's going to withstand us very long, because, like I said, we're pretty overpowered at this point. So 16,000 weak against bolts. And just stick with using our strongest spells, so he's going down quick. And that barely scratches us. Am I only using the 2nd level, for instance? Yeah, I don't have the 3rd level. That's why I wasn't using it. Okay, so I think in this, you can't really attack the tail. So that does a bit more damage. That's kind of painful. So what we're going to do is just get everybody healed up to full. Use a good old Mega Elixir. In the Chocobo races, I got quite a few of those. So we're good on pretty much everything now. health-wise... Oh, he's pretty much... Oh, okay, what is this? He has a whole bunch of little extra op guys. So what we're gonna do is just use our Thunder Spell on them all. And the Scorpion is pretty much finished off anyway. So let's use... Actually, I don't even think we need to use our Limit Break. I was gonna use it on the Scorpion and it would... Okay, maybe we will. Let's use Limit Break and just finish these guys off. And... Did that kill them all? Nope. Huh. They're tougher than I thought. But not tough enough for our party. Yeah. Tifa's max HP is 9,999. So... very little chance that they're really going to take us out. With the playthrough B, you're definitely seeing a lot of new stuff, and I think with the the Huge Materia, we're probably going to see something different for the Galnacus part. And then I know there's that sunken ship that you can go to. I can't imagine what's going to be there. I know that in the original game you fought the Turks there, and it was a good place to grind and use the morph on everything to get all those items. Covers Born. Yeah, you could get a whole bunch of the items that would increase your stats if you just sat there morphing them and just spent a lot of time there. But I think with New Threat they took that out. So even if you sat there trying to morph everything, you wouldn't get any of the speed drinks. I think it gives you some other item. But I haven't really used morph much in this game anyway. And down to the reactor we go. Let's see, is there any kind of cutscene? Nope. Just a simple one like that. So there's the sub. Our future sub. And I think at some point I'm going to have to return to Bone Town and get the key back into Midgar, because I don't think you can go back in. So let's do a quick save. Bless me. Just twice. You're Cloud! That's right. And we can pretty much get through these guys just auto-attacking. So there we go. We start with a death blow, and Tifa takes out the other one. They stand no chance. I kind of wonder if I'm supposed to be mugging these guys at all, but I don't think we even really need that as far as anything goes. Oh, another place I went through was the Ancient Forest, and unless I've done something wrong, you don't get the Apocalypse Sword from there. You are not getting this Huge Materia. Who's gonna stop us? So, is Cloud gonna start off? Yep, another death blow. So, we didn't get the preemptive strike there, but we didn't really need it. Da, 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 da. Yeah, the materia is leveling up so quick at this point. Okay. Yep, just these guys. I think they are a bit tougher, so maybe I will try mugging these ones because they're in gray uniforms, so they probably have a little bit better stuff. Let's try Presidential Guard. Yep, we'll mug them. Just a quick mug, and if we kill him off, then oh well. So we can only hit him twice with mug, since that finishes him off. And we didn't get to steal anything. Oh well. So Cloud is now level 99, so he can't get any more experience. I kind of wonder at what point you can switch Cloud out, because I'm pretty sure in New Threats, at least in previous versions, I think you could switch out the leader. So you didn't have to have Cloud in the party at all times anymore. You could make Tifa the leader, or you could make Sid the leader. The Huge Materia. don't see it. Oh, there goes the arm. And do we actually see the huge materia or no? I think from what I remember, it looks like some kind of jagged rock. But we'll see. Yeah, it looks just like regular materia. They're gonna take it on that submarine. We're too late. No, we're not. We're gonna get that sub. Did we make it? So I see Reno here, and I see... That's the thing that looks like it's in Midgar. When you're first going up the Shinra Tower, it's standing outside that room where you would put all the pieces in. But you were way too low level to take it on before. Oh shoot, I probably should have switched everything out. What are you doing? Help load. Cloud? Turks look like this now? Looks like we barely made it. Either give it to us or else. Which is it gonna be? Unfortunately, I don't have time to deal with you. So what are you gonna do, Reno? Stick your stupid little robot on us? We have lightning spells, you know. My priority is the huge materia. Well, this guy's not going to stand a chance. I think our guys have elemental materia, like elemental and lightning. Well, if Vincent doesn't finish him off, then Cloud will. And okay, looks like the fight's over. Done and done. So now we got our submarine, I think. Actually, we have to chase it down and then do a little bit of dialogue. So, wow, that's a lot of experience. And Deathbolt level was born, all was born. Earth, yeah, I guess most is born. So Master Glove we got, which I think is a good one for stealing. So what is next? Damn, the submarine. We have to go after it. There is a way. Okay, so can't go that way. Let's do a quick little change up. So materia. Let's gonna pause it and just redo this a little bit. Okay, materia is set up for the next part, so let's see what we have to do here. Probably have to go clear these guys out. And I equipped the Mega All material. So that's gonna be an interesting one to see here. Let's quickly save because if I remember the submarine fight, I'm always a little iffy on this one. There's times that I find it right away, and other times that I think I ended up completely running out the clock and not doing anything. Oh, there's a chest over there. Let's get that before we take these guys on. A tent. We don't have enough of those. Okay, so you. Don't worry. You won't know us for long. We're gonna take that sub. And Cloud starts off. So yeah, Tifa now has a slash all. And let's use the death blow and attack. So there's no point in wasting our limit break on cannon fodder. Good job, guys. What's next? So one more fight and then we'll take the sub. I think that's in the original game there was a second sub that we're supposed to take. So I'm wondering if with New Threat he cut that part out. Just because as a Final Fantasy player, he probably didn't like the constant having to do the sub battle. So we'll see in a minute. You want the sub? Just try and take it. Sir, maybe we shouldn't piss them off. That's right, you shouldn't. But you're gonna try anyway. You gotta salute that. Okay. Right, let's let's use our limit break and just finish them off quickly. And if it doesn't, well, Tifa will finish them off with a slash all. So does that kill him? Nope. What is that going to do? Barely anything. That's kind of cool. Instead of trying to punch him, she punches the ground and I guess expects a shockwave to take them all out. Huh. That's pretty good. Okay. Alright, one more quick save. Just because I'm not sure how I'm going to do with the sub-battle. But that is if there even is one. Okay, is there anything here? Nope. So through the door. And is there going to be another boss fight? We'll see. Just this guy. No, no, this is terrible. We don't have that much time left. I don't want to die. There's still so much more I've got to do. I'll never even got to do my special victory dance in battle. Alright then, make this your first victory. Go on, show them. Yes, sir. Remember your last training? Begin. Yes, sir. I'm back, and I got no regrets. Attack! Fight them? Take them prisoner. Save a little bit of fighting there. Someone please, I'm sorry, I can't take it anymore. The lack of space, the shaking, the roar of the engine. Better hurry. See? Just fiddle with the controls and we'll get somewhere. Okay. Cloud, why don't you try piloting it? They say you don't get motion sickness if you're driving. Hey, you're right. I do feel a little better driving. No sweat. Just leave everything to me. Technology has come a long way. I thank you. I am happy to be a hostage. You can do it, Cloud. Well now, let's read the manual because it's been a while. Beginner's edition. Button placements. Descend, left, right, ascend. Just like the high one pretty much. Triangle is speed up. Square to fire. X is speed down. Okay. Presently you are to escort Red Leader as it transports the Huge Materia to Rocket Town along with other covert submarine units. To cover against weapon incursion, deep-sea mines have been dispersed across the ocean floor. All units are advised to keep track of the mine placement using their onboard sonar. In the unlikely event of enemy incursion, all subs have been equipped with lock-on targeting capability for torpedo launches. Lock on to targets before firing a salvo. Beware of enemy lock-ons and evade. New objective updating. Target red submarine. Time 10 minutes. Get behind the target and lock on. Fire a full salvo. And use sonar to find enemies and mines. Alright, so let's give this a try. Cross my fingers that I do better in this minigame than the snowboarding, or I didn't do too bad in the motorcycle one for the first half. Okay, so speed up is the triangle. Okay. That was it. I didn't really have to track it that far. I like the fact that the red submarine started right there, and you pretty much just launched your missiles at it. Easy peasy. Receive Shinra sub. Phew, we did it. The Huge Materia should be at the bottom of the sea by now. Let's continue the search. All Shinra submarine units, do you read? All Shinra submarines, do you read? Must be from Shinra. Report number 2. We've no choice but to respond. Alright, I'll do it. This is Shinra number 2. Everything's normal. Roger. Your next mission is return to Junon dock. We will transport the remaining Huge Materia from the airport. Those without other assignments will report for cartoon. That is all. Over and out. Junon Airport. We should make it if we hurry. Forget about that huge materia for now. We're climbing. Aye aye, Captain. Captain Cloud. Okay, so. Alright, that's it. We just go up. And... Okay, so we don't even control it. We just are there. And... Okay, so players can go off and on in bays like this one. Alright, well. I guess we don't have to go there. I think we have to go up to the top of Junon to the airport and quickly check it out. So, do they say anything new? Nope, nothing new here. So, we have to go to the airport, which is not too far. I like how using the elevator, you only have to bribe the guy with 3 gil. And I think that's like $3, so that's almost nothing. Yep, the animation for this definitely seems a little bit off because of all the mods. But, oh well. They'll fix that in the remake, if they have something like this. Long trip through Junon again. So here we go. I always find it weird that in video games they make the footsteps so loud. I mean, when you're walking, you don't really hear your footsteps. Okay, so you know what? I'm going the wrong way. Oh well. I'm just going to talk to the guy past here and he'll warp us back to the beginning. Yep. I forgot that the airport was the other way. Yep. So we'll take this, then go... Yeah. The airport I should have gone the other way because take the elevator up, and if you go to where the one guy was standing, that's where you see the airport. Okay. I just wasn't thinking that clearly for that part. I figured I'd just rush through it, and that's what happens when I try and rush without thinking. I make silly mistakes. I don't know if it would have been faster just to run back, but at least we got to see the helicopter. So if you ever want to just teleport like that, it's a quick little helicopter ride, and it's free of charge, so that's good. So this time we're going to take the other door. And I think that I don't know if we stopped the Galnaka or what, but we'll see in a minute. Okay, wait, that's... Yeah, it's this door. This takes us to the airport. And do we have to do anything here? Okay, so it's taking off. What do we have to do to stop it? That does not look very aerodynamic. Well, we missed it, so what do we do now? Damn, the huge materia. Let's go after it. Where were they heading? Rocket Town, of course. Okay. So before we do that, maybe we should go get the other huge materia that's at the bottom of the ocean. And then we'll head to Rocket Town. And there's a little bit of a mini-game. Why am I going this way? This is not the way to go, Chris. So to the bottom of the ocean first, then to Rocket Town, and then that's quite a bit in one video, I think. So back downstairs. I almost wonder if that's the part that you could skip if instead of going up to the airport, if you would just head right to Rocket Town, if you would meet it there. Or if you pretty much had to go up to the airport. Too late to find out now. So back to the high winds. And we'll take our chocobo as well. Just because I like taking a gold chocobo everywhere. Alright, so before we do that, I just wanted to quickly... I'm going to pause, check the bottom of the ocean, and see if I get the large materia. So, quick save. And be back in a second to let you know if it's at the bottom of the ocean or not. Okay, so I got the large materia. I'm outside of Junon. And now it's time to head over to Rocket Town and just finish off the whole Huge Materia series of events. So, there's the gold saucer. Do you see... I don't actually see the ruby weapon here. And Cosmo Canyon. Where is Nibelheim? I think I'm a little bit too far off course. So there's Nibelheim, and Rocket Town is right here. So there we go. Let's check it out and foil Shinra's plans once more. So, what do they have to say? What's young President Rufus up to? Having all these mechanics come here all of a sudden? Oh, actually, I should probably bring in Sid for this. Sid's our guy. And I haven't really used him too much, so let's put him in the party. Quick switch out of maybe red. There we go. And let's just make sure his equipment's decent. So tridents. What can we put in place? Flare? That sounds good. And rune armlet, we can stick with that. Now let's just give him what I equipped for red 13. There we go. And that was everything right. Oh, 2 more. Steel and preemptive. Yeah. Cancel those for now. Alright, so back into Rocket Town we go to take on Shinra. The Shinra is serious about launching that piece of crap rocket, but why now? There's a bunch of Shinra people here messing with the rocket. Is my rocket alright? You mean Sid's rocket. So it's still pretty much askew. A spectacle. Is something about to happen? Oh, I'm getting excited. Those terrorists are here. We're not the terrorists, we're eco-warriors. Right. Let's finish them off. Oh yeah, so Cloud has a sneak attack with Death Blow, and Bear has a sneak attack with Poison. So, the fight was over before it even began. Excellent. Don't let them get any further. Everyone, attack! Do it one at a time, just like in the movies. Well, 2 at a time. So, pretty much we're just going to get through this almost automatically. I think Bear, since he has the Mega All, is going to just be... If there's a group of more than 2, then he's just going to cast on the entire enemy group. I mean, after Cloud takes out 1. You're not going anywhere. No way, nowhere. So we'll see here that with Barrett's sneak attack, he'll pretty much cast on the entire party. And let's get Sid casting... Oh, okay, so Poison doesn't work on this guy. Maybe Thundera will. So Fire and Poison does 0 to him. But don't worry, Barrett's got this. And 1 more. Alright, well that was really, really easy. We got through the entire Shinra enemy group without even having to attack, really. Okay, so... God damn it, they're trying to launch my rocket without me? I'm going up there, Cloud. I'm gonna kick those expletives. Shinra right out of my rocket. Okay, so before you do, let's quickly get Barrett's MP back up, and Cloud as well. Even though Cloud doesn't have to cast too much. But we're gonna take out them Shinra. Take out those Shinra. Okay. So since the rocket is another mini event, you don't really want to screw up. Let's quickly do a save. Save 1. And yep, Cloud is level 99, Tifa's level 99, Barrett and Sid I think are 80. Song, long time no see. Shinra number 26 is about to launch. Think you can stop it in time? You guys don't know what you're up against now. So, Song is in the enemy group. Let's smug him, if we can. I guess we can't. So Beta is actually a good one because it does fire and poison damage. And Barrett is just going to nuke these guys. I wonder if these two buffed up soldiers are even going to get hit on. Nope, not really. So Song's level 63, 20,000 health, weak against poison, and he's already poisoned, so let's try mugging him. Maybe we can until we get rid of these guys. So we use Protect on everybody, even though it's not really all that necessary. And let's have Barrett keep casting the poison spells, because they are just going to eat away his health so quickly. So Poison Shell. It's weird, I don't have Wall. I thought I would. And I don't really want to cast Reflect. If I have to heal, then I'll go towards him. So let's just... And he has nothing to steal, so... I think I might have got it before. We'll have to see after the fight. Yeah, you can just see the poison tearing his way out so easily. And limits. Boost jump. Will this finish off Song? We will see. Yep. Good job, Sid. That'll teach them to try and steal your rocket. So Elemental was born, and quite a bit of experience. You're making a mistake. We don't make mistakes here in Cloud Party. You, how did you get here? The Turks were outside. Were outside. Too bad, he's clocked out. Oh man, the Turks being done like that, but I won't let you through. Man, we have a death blow and a poison spell. Like, what are you really gonna do? Probably just take you out with a couple quick attacks. Easy. We are just flying through the game now. Alright, so that takes care of everybody here. Alright, so Sid is gonna stop this, or is he gonna stop the rocket, or do we want it to launch? I can't remember. Hey, what the hell are you guys doing? Hey, just when I thought something was going on, you come back. Listen to me, Captain. We're gonna launch this rocket. Huh? What are you talking about? We're gonna load a materia bomb into this and blow up Meteor. Our rocket's gonna save the planet. Man, this is so cool. Wait a minute. Shut up. Just shut the hell up. How's the rocket? It's pretty much okay, but we plan to ram it into Meteor on autopilot, but the most important part of that plan is broken right now. Broken? How's the repair going? Shira's doing it. Oh great, what a bunch of wizards you guys are. She's gonna take 100 years. I'll take over, so don't worry about the autopilot. Hey, go ahead. Go tell everyone. Alright, Captain. Good luck. Hey Sid, what are you doing? There are generations of knowledge and wisdom inside that materia. If we blow it up in a bomb, we can't use it in our fight against Sephiroth, or return it to the planet. There's no way we can afford to lose that huge materia. You understand that, right? Yeah, I get why materia is precious, and I know what you're about to say. But listen to me, I don't give a rat's ass whether it's science or magic power. No, you know what? If I had to choose, I'd put my money on science. Science is a power created and developed by us humans. It's because of science that we're able to fly through the skies and overcome any obstacle. It's magic that's bringing Meteor down on our heads. But it might just be that science is what saves us from it. Cue the heroic music. I was able to earn my living thanks to science, so to me, there's nothing greater. Now quit your worrying about what Shinra's gonna do. Don't want any regrets? This here might be our last shot at saving ourselves. But Sid! Shut the hell up. I don't want to hear it. Alright, time to get to work. Anyone who ain't involved, get the hell out of here. What the hell? What the hell happened? Hey! Palmer, what the hell did you do? They say they finished repairing the autopilot, so I launched it. Goddamn, Shira. Why'd she pick today to get fast? Damn, won't even budge. It's completely locked up. Hey, almost liftoff. What the? No countdown? It just doesn't seem the same without it. Hey, blast off! 5, 4, 1, no 3 or 2. And into space we go! So much for Rocket Town, eh? The force of everything is... The force of the rocket is just knocking everything down. It's weird that it seems to be at an angle. You'd think that a rocket would go straight up. But I'm no rocket scientist, so what do I know? I finally made it! Outer space! Let's see, how's the course set? Yep, it's heading for a direct collision with Meteor. Can't we do something? It ain't ending here. That damn Palmer went out of his way to lock the autopilot device. We might not be able to change course. Is this the end? Huh? What the hell are you saying? You're still young. Don't give up so easily. I'm not gonna crash into Meteor. Just watch. There was an escape pod on the rocket, just for emergencies like this. All we gotta do is hop into the escape pod. We'll bail right before we crash into Meteor. Hey, wait a second. What's gonna happen to the huge materia? If you want the materia, then go ahead and take it. The materia should be up there after you climb that ladder. You sure you're okay with that? I don't know. I know what I said a minute ago. But I guess I just wanted to finally get into outer space. So why don't you all do whatever you think is right. Okay, so take the ladder, go up, and let's save the materia. And doom the world. So there it is, the huge materia. This is a hell of a mechanism. The only way to open it safely is from this control panel. Yep, try and operate it. Yes. Enter passcode. Looks like it needs a password. You handle it, Cloud. When it prompts you with enter passcode, just push circle, square, circle, X, menu, or switch. If you punch in the right code, it'll unlock the device, but you get the huge materia. So what order am I supposed to enter the password in? I don't know, just try and punch in the code randomly. Unauthorized unit protection will activate in 3 minutes. Seems like you missed the code. If we don't enter the passcode before the protection system activates, we won't be able to get the materia back. I don't really know the password here. There was a passcode we used to have in Shinra for stuff like this. We probably have to enter that, punch in some codes while I try and remember that password. So let's try square, triangle, X, circle. Nope. Let's try square, circle, X, triangle. Nope. I'm pretty sure the last digit was menu or cancel. Okay. Circle, square, X, cancel. Okay. This is a problem. Let's see here. What is the password? So, circle, square, cross, cross. Okay, there we go. Sid was no help at all there. And it doesn't really give you much to go on. Alright, Cloud, it's unlocked. Yep, my great advice saved the day. You were no help whatsoever, Sid. Received item. Huge Materia. Alright, we got it. Now we have to go and find the escape pods. So. I was afraid we wouldn't get it because Sid doesn't really help out much. Alright. Now, where are the escape pods? So maybe down here. And yeah, I figured that. Well, at least it's the same, so. Okay, what do we do here? What's going on now? Ugh, damn, my leg's stuck in the debris. Sid. Come on, guys. Looks like you can lift it. Damn, can't lift it. Well, you're making me look foolish here. Don't worry about me. If you don't hurry, the rocket's gonna crash into Meteor. We're not leaving you behind. You expletive. No time to worry about other people. I'm gonna do whatever I can. Well, get him out of there. You're so goddamn stupid. You really expletive stupid. Tank number 8 blew up, so tank number 8 really was malfunctioning. Shira, you were right. But this is the end for me. Don't say that, Sid. Huh? Shira? I tagged along. The autopilot wasn't, You stupid expletive. I gotta wonder what that's gotta be. Sorry. Alright, so do we get Sid out? The escape pod is this way. Please hurry. Hurry, I'm gonna detach the escape pod. Hey Shira, does this pod really fly? It'll be okay, I've checked it. Then I'm relieved. Thanks. Okay, so we got the huge materia, and now we're escaping before we hit Meteor. And the rocket should do enough damage, right? Only time will tell. Yeah, I'm curious to see, just with the remake, how they're going to make this scene. I mean, space travel is something that's always been cool in games, and it's got no limits. Man, this is the real thing. I'm really here in outer space. Can't do anything at this point. So long, Shinra number 26. So we're flying back to Earth. The rocket's going to crash into Meteor. Yeah, I'm definitely curious how the remake is going to handle this. They're going to have to make space travel look really cool. But they're also going to have to make it so that this probably won't be that effective. But they're going to have to make it at least look like it tried. So, pretty big explosion. And how is it going to turn out? Okay, so the observatory actually sees the explosion in real time, somehow. So what's the verdict? Oh, we don't know yet. We have to wait till the light clears. Boy, did they ever make this part very bright. So there's Shinra Tower. And everybody is watching with bated breath. Doesn't sound good. Look up there. And it did almost nothing. Actually, it seems to have broken off a couple chunks of it, but in the grand scheme of things, it didn't really damage the meteor enough to do anything. It just broke apart a little bit of the outer shell. Maybe if we left the huge materia on, we could have gotten somewhere. But we didn't. We'd rather have it for the rest of the game. No, Grandpa is shaking its head in disappointment. The world's gonna come to an end. No! At least they tried though, unlike in Don't Look Up, where, boy, that movie was crazy. Cloud, Shinra's plan was a failure because we sabotaged it. What a bust, but I kind of hoped it'd work. Maybe the bomb wouldn't have worked anyway, even with all the materia, I think. Did we make the wrong decision? What if the bomb could have worked? Are we doing the right thing? Makes you worry, doesn't it? Don't worry, think! Hey, the girl's right. You start worrying and there's no stopping it. Things just start falling apart and getting worse and worse. You're pretty damn optimistic. You up to something? Yeah, I've been thinking about this and that. All the time I was up there in space, I was looking down at the planet. I realized something. I've been thinking too about the universe, the planet. They're so wide and big, no matter where I go or what I do, it won't change a thing. Yeah, maybe. But I came up with something different. I always thought this planet was so huge, but looking down it from space, what I realize is that it's actually small. We're just floating in the dark. Kinda makes you feel powerless. On top of that, it's got Sephiroth festering inside like a sickness. That's why I say this planet's still a kid. A little kid sick and trembling in the middle of this huge universe. Something's gotta protect it. You follow me? That's something. That someone is us. Sin, that was beautiful. Damn, man, you even got to me. But now what? How are we gonna protect the planet from Meteor? I'm still thinking about that. Well, that makes the whole speech useless. Huh? Did you hear something? Maybe it's the planet's scream, or is it Meteor? Hey, how do we know that this is really the planet's scream? Don't you remember? Red X's grandfather told us all about it. Grandpa, let's go to see Grandfather, to Cosmo Canyon. I'm sure he'll be able to tell us something helpful. Alright, so we have one more stop to make then, before I end this video. So, to Cosmo Canyon. So, the pilot is level 10 now, and yeah, let's go. Actually, don't forget my chocobo. Now we can go to Cosmo Canyon, which is this way. Nibelheim, and where is it? It's just over here. So, yep, it's a good thing I had the chocobo. We can just go right up. So to Cosmo Canyon, and I don't think we really need red for this part. Oh, it's you again. This is just terrible. The color of that unlucky star. The children are so scared they won't even go outside. Actually, let's switch the party before we go in. We'll take Red and Eris. Just because I think they'll probably have more significant dialogue for this part. So, PHS, Eris, and Red. And let's use a quick tent. Get them back up to full health. There we go. I don't think there are any fights here, but I'd rather have them at full health and kind of regret it later. And we don't have to worry about the Cosmo Canyon, not the Cosmo Canyon, the Fort Condor fights anymore, because now that that's done, we don't get the prompts. There's another battle at Fort Condor, you have to come help. Up we go. Up, 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 and away. So, he's going to tell us what we have to do next, and I think it's to go to Midgar. So, where is the guy? Ho ho ho! If you are ever in need of my wisdom, you are always welcome here. Yeah, that's why we came. What to do? Have you lost your way? When that happens, we each have to take a good long look at ourselves. There's always something in the very deepest reaches of our hearts that is waiting to emerge and guide us. Something buried, forgotten. To find the future, you must use the present to reflect and find the past. Remember, think, feel. Your journeys will surely yield the answers you are looking for. That's easy enough to say, but I can't remember a thing. So I think he's talking about the Key of the Ancients, which you find at the bottom of the ocean. I've done that, so I have it in my inventory right now. That's easy enough to say, but I can't remember a thing. It must be there. Look harder. Maybe. Let's get the others here too. Well, I wish I knew that before just selecting 2 party members. It didn't really matter, did it? Okay, so everybody's coming. Do you see it? The answer you're looking for. Sorry, everyone. I can't think of a single thing. Me either. I don't get any of this. Remember, something forgotten. That's easier said than done. I can't think of anything either. Is this the end? Don't give up yet. There must be something. Maybe there ain't. We gotta face facts. You know, there was something. Actually, never mind. Yo, if you got something, let's hear it. The absolute last resort is holy. That's what they said. Holy? Is that some kind of magic? I don't know. They didn't say what it was. They? You mean the ancients? That's right, but it was kind of hard to make out. So, holy will take care of Meteor then. Where do we find it? I looked all over for some kind of clue. When I found the altar, it was a dead end. I tried to call for it, but nothing happened. I tried to ask the planet, but no answer. And then, you all arrived. Holy. Can it really stand up to Meteor? Maybe. Sephiroth definitely seemed to think there was a serious enough threat to... Well, yeah, both that. You gotta be more careful. That whole place gave me the creeps. Too many damn secrets. Wait, that's it. What's it? We don't know how to call holy yet, but what did the ancients know? We need to find out more. Let's go back to the Forgotten City. Holy sounds like our only shot now. Oh, you're right. The answer we need might be there. Perhaps I'll have you take me there. You're going too? What's so surprising about that? I can go on journeys too. I wonder what did it. I haven't felt like this in ages. It must be the planet. The planet is calling you. Yeah, oh boy, the planet is calling. Right. Okay, good going, Sid. Oh, no time for cynicism. Let's go. Oh yeah, Grandpa, I have one more thing I want to ask you. We are carrying around Huge Materia. This is pretty delicate stuff, so we'd like to keep it in a safe place. Ho ho. Well then we'll put it in the oratory. Now, shall we be on our way? I'll teach you how to use it. Watch carefully now. You just pull this. Whoa, slow down. You just pull a lever? That's too complicated, man. So, I did get all 4 of the materia. And you can see them here. Is this what you call huge materia? This is very rare materia indeed. Perhaps the first of its kind to exist in the planet's long history. Materia of this size is certain to have many different consciousnesses enclosed within it. Huge materia. It's glowing strangely. Get closer. The huge materia emitted a gentle glow. The color is the same as magic materia. Huge materia. Yeah, get closer. It emitted a quiet glow. The color is the same as commands. And this one is the magic, or the support material. Is that Bahamut? The Bahamut and Neo Bahamut glow brightly. Okay, that's new. Yeah, I think you get Bahamut and Neo Bahamut from questing. I don't think you had to get it from this. So Bahamut 0. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this is where you got the Bahamut 0. Okay, so we checked out 3 of them. And this is the red materia. Summit materia. Okay. Okay, so we don't have anything that we have to do with either of them. Alright, so let's go down. Good, now let's be on our way. Do you remember how to use the elevator down below? Use that to come back up if you want to see it again. So it doesn't seem like we do anything with the huge materia right now. Smells like machinery. I love this smell. Of course, I also love the smell of nature too. The deck is up there. I think I'll spend some time up on the deck if you don't mind. I can feel the workings of the planet in the rush of the wind, but also feel the greatness of science in the smell of the machinery. Well, bye for now. Alright. So that's going to be the end of this video, and we got a lot done. We got through the Rocket Town events, we caught the submarine, we did everything we had to in Junon, and now I think we just have to go to the City of Ancients, and that's going to set us on the next path. So, thanks for watching, like, share, and subscribe, and I'll have the next video up soon. So, until then, have a good night. Bye.